All right, let's get started with HeyGen so that you can make your own talking head and narrator style videos. One cool thing, as you can see, is that you can select green screen backgrounds, making it easy to key out the background, the green screen. So for example, a practical application is like this. Here we've got Armando talking.
Bitcoin surged past $92,000 this week, marking a 20% rebound.
And it's easy to place him in front of whatever background you like. So you can see here, this is what it looks like.
This is a quick test right here.
Okay, now let's get started on our first video. Let's say you want to create a short. What I found is super useful for writing is Gemini Pro. So I'm going to put in a quick prompt, write a 30 to 45 second script for a YouTube short about the benefits of video editing. All right, here's our script. We'll go ahead and copy it and go into HeyGen. So let's go create a video. We're gonna create a short of it, so let's do portrait style. And then here is where you can select the different avatars. You can see here, some of them have different looks. So let's go with Silas, the effeminate looking dude. And now you can see here, these are the different looks and angles that we can work with. So let's go one where he's crossing his legs because he's effeminate, okay? And we will adjust the framing to right here. And this look comes with this background. Now, what we can do too is change the background to some sort of green screen type of color like we looked at. But what's cool is that you can have images for backgrounds too, like this. Okay, so actually this look does not allow you to change the background. So let us choose a different one. Let's do this one. All right, so we have our background right here. Let's actually change that to something more office-like, like this. Okay, we'll go ahead and type in our script here or paste it in. And then here's where we can adjust the different settings. Original accent, we can have him sound like he's from Ireland. Let's do Ireland, why not? Okay, and then let's generate. Here's where you set the resolution. Let's put it in 4K. We don't want the HeyGen watermark, so we keep that toggled off and submit. So that's a quick and easy way to get a talking head to recite one of your scripts. Now, what I'm going to review or go over now is another feature that I like to use for HeyGen. So while this is processing, let's do this. Let's create another video. And let's say we want to do a full-length video featuring our talking head. And let's choose someone like this. Okay, he looks mean and he looks determined. You know what? No, let's take someone with a more blank background. How about Luca? Okay, and let's do a nature style background. Here we go. Okay, so now we can adjust him however we want. Let's say we want to put him in the bottom left corner. And then now I have audio that's already created, which we can upload from here. Audio, we'll upload this audio right here and we'll let it process. All right, it's done uploading, so we'll go ahead and add the audio and then it's going to start transcribing. All right, it's done transcribing, so we'll go ahead and let that generate. Here we can select the different resolutions and frames per second and then submit that. In the meantime, let's go ahead and check on this one. This one's 16% ready. Another good useful way to use HeyGen to have your video translated into another language. And there's a very quick and easy way to do that. So here we'll just use a translate a video feature, and you can either upload a file from your local hard drive, or if you have a channel that's already in English or German or whatever, then you can have that quickly translated by inserting the YouTube URL. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So for this financial AI channel that I showed you an example of earlier with our man Armando, I'm gonna go ahead and just paste that here. Okay, next. And so the source language, you can either have it auto detect or just select a language. I believe he speaks in the US American accent. So what then I will do is, let's say I want to translate it to Colombian Spanish, and I will go ahead and do that and click translate. So now that is going to be in line for processing as well. So let's refresh this and there we go. Okay, so as these are finished processing, I will go over the final products one by one. Okay, it looks like our first video is done with Silas, who had the Irish accent like we set him to. Okay, to give you a reminder, this was our script from Gemini, which is a 30 to 45 second script on the benefits of video editing. So let's go ahead and check it out.
Got raw video? think it's a May. Video editing is your superpower. It takes the blur and makes it a BAM. Tell your story better by cutting out the boring bits and piecing together the best moments. Make your visuals pop. Adjust colors, add cool effects, and keep viewers glued to the screen. Engaging intros, helpful text, and dynamic transitions? That's editing magic for audience retention. So, unlock the potential of your footage. Learn video editing and watch your content shine. Start editing today.
The way you pronounce certain words is kind of weird, and you can tell that there's quite a bit of pauses in between that would probably have to be edited out, like how he says got roar video instead of raw video, but whatever, it's good enough. And with a little bit of editing magic, just cutting in between those pauses and then adding some certain b-roll, I think it could make for a decent short. The point of this is to create a turnkey YouTube short, but to show you and inspire you and give you ideas on how you can use it for your benefit to combine with other things to quickly create a YouTube short and put all the elements in there without having to hire an actual actor from LA for like $100 per minute. So in the meantime, let's wait for these projects to finish processing. Now our translated YouTube video appears to be done. And so let's take a look at the original for a few seconds, and then we'll take a look at the translated version.
In the wake of Tesla's Q2 earnings report, CEO Elon Musk announced the scrapping of Tesla's 2025 vehicle sales growth target, warning of a few rough quarters ahead. This led to a post-earnings sell-off, reflecting investor concerns over falling sales and margin pressures.
Okay, so that's what the original English version looks like, showing our guy Armando. And now let's take a look at how it looks or how it sounds in Spanish.
Tras el informe de resultados del segundo trimestre de Tesla, el CEO Elon Musk anunció la eliminación del objetivo de crecimiento en ventas de vehículos para 2025, advirtiendo sobre algunos trimestres.
Okay, it's pretty decent, and it looks like the lip syncing is actually all right too. Let's take another look.
Startup de inteligencia artificial de Musk, XAI. Aunque Musk descartó una fusión total con XAI, planea someter a votación.
Okay, cool. And this looks like it's taking a while since the audio is probably 15 minutes long or so. So we'll have to wait a little bit longer on that. Our last video is finally ready, so let's go ahead and have a look.
Number 10. The bull shark. Bull sharks, or Carcharinus iucus, are often considered the most aggressive shark species. They swim in shallow coastal waters and even venture into freshwater rivers, bringing them into frequent contact with people. Bull sharks are territorial, and their willingness to attack without provocation is well documented. In fact,
okay, so it's good enough. Kind of weird how he has some sort of head twitch, but the lip syncing seems to be pretty good in terms of his mouth movement synced up with the audio. So those are the three main features that I've found most useful for HeyGen, and so I hope you find it useful too.